Okay, guys, we're back. Hopefully, Kaylee will be here soon, and then we can get going. Okay, let's see. We're back, everyone. Just a little technical difficulties, but it's all good. We're back. Hope everyone got their popcorn, got their drinks, ready for a show. Okay, so let's go to viewers. Kaylee, send request. Should we begin now? Should be joining any second. There we go.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you? Sorry about that.
No worries. I'm good, thank you. Okay, I guess we can just start with maybe tell us how you started playing volleyball and why you chose to play volleyball.
Sure. So both my parents, I guess, played sports when they were younger and stuff, so it was kind of bound to happen. I played lots of sports when I was younger, and then I started in spikes when I was 8, and then just kept doing the little programs, Saturday programs and stuff, and then going in the summer of grade 5, Jesse came up to me and was like, you should try out for the 13U team, and I was like, I don't know, I was really scared and nervous and stuff, and then my mom convinced me that I should, and then I did, and here we are. Yeah.
That's good. Just to give everyone an overview, Kaylee is currently at the University of Hawaii, just doing her thing, doing great, and she started playing in 13U, as she said. So yeah, we'll get into that later about her at Hawaii. But so that summer of 13U, you actually ended up starting your first year of beach, which Kayla's actually playing beach right now. So maybe tell me about your first year and how it was.
Sure. First year of beach. It was definitely a struggle, and I did not like beach, honestly. I did not like it. I was like, no, I never want to play this again. Because Kadeem, my coach, was like, you have to, you guys should all play in the summer and stuff. So it's kind of something we had to do. And then I was like, because it's so different, compared to indoor. And so me and beach did not start off on good terms, but
it's going well now.
Yeah.
Okay, so then that 14U year, your Ava Mann came to your team, and Ava is currently at Cal Berkeley for everyone who doesn't know. So you guys actually and then became partners that summer. So maybe tell me about how, if you knew right away you guys would vibe as partners, or how that went, how your partnership started.
It was actually really funny because I remember literally warming up in the gym. And this is I think near the beginning of the indoor season of 14U, and Ava comes up to me, we're running, she's like, hey, would you want to be partners in the beach season? And the year before, 13, the summer before, I didn't play any tournaments or anything, so I was like, oh, I didn't know you could even play tournaments. And then she asked, and I was like, yeah, sure, we'll try it out. And then we became closer over the season and stuff, the indoor season, and then in the summer we spent a whole summer together basically. So, and our friendship just grew from there. And but it was good. I'm glad we became partners.
It ended up working out. Yes. And then that 15U year, you actually got an HPC invitation. Didn't attend, and then you started to end up liking beach more. And then that summer you started emailing schools for beach only, right? And maybe tell me about why beach only, since you clearly were excelling at indoor as well.
To be honest, I think I just at the beginning I didn't like how it was 2-on-2 and stuff, and thought it was really difficult. But then I really started to like the accountability that you had. You got to choose how many tournaments you played with. You got to choose who you play with.
Yeah, you're very
tournaments. You could play one tournament, you can play 8. So I liked how you it was more individual athlete team based, and I just kind of knew I wanted to pursue that more. And I had a lot of fun playing beach. Don't get me wrong, I liked indoor too, obviously. I kept playing it. But I didn't really have that like passion for it as much as I did for at that time, as much as I did for beach.
Yeah.
I didn't have as much passion for it.
And then that 16 year, you guys got really, really good, and you guys won Grand Prix, then provincials, and you mentioned to me that everyone was kind of saying, "Oh, it's a fluke, and you guys were doubted a lot. So maybe tell me about like the preparation and like mindset going into provincials, knowing that everyone was telling you like you weren't supposed to win.
Yeah, that year was a really good year. Lauren Passer actually came on our team that year, or like that's when we got like really good. I think we're missing like a really good setter, and we got it. And Grand Prix, I think it was good. And I remember after everyone was like, "Oh, like they won. They actually won." I was like, "Okay." And then they said it was like a fluke, and I was like, "Okay, whatever." Like obviously people are gonna talk, you know. And then going into provincials, I literally remember sitting at Rim Park, like looking at the game that was before ours for finals against Hurricanes, and I was like, I think we were all just like super motivated, and like either we didn't think about like the haters or we used that to motivate us, and came out on top. So it was good. We had like a really good mindset going into that game.
And then that 16U summer, you actually went to HBC, and you played there for indoor. And maybe tell me about that. Maybe like why you chose to do HBC even though you were kind of doing beach.
Yeah, I think it's just like a thing kind of that a lot of people did, you know. And it was a good experience for sure. It was one of those things like you can't really like you kind of have to find out for yourself, you know, whether you want to like keep doing it or not. So I tried it and I did have fun. We got to go to Vancouver and play like in the Oval and stuff. And like you get different coaches, which at the time like I only had one coach, you know, and love him. And it was just good to like get different perspectives and even play with like different teammates and have like the whole traveling, and it was good. It was fun, but
kind of like the first time like you're traveling with a team and that aspect.
Yeah.
And then that 17 year, you guys actually won provincials again, and then you also won Grand Prix. So maybe talk to me about like the motivation going in, knowing that you guys were defending provincial champions and told that it was a fluke the first time as well.
Yeah, I think once we like that 17 season happened, everyone was like, okay, maybe it wasn't a fluke because we were winning like tournaments all throughout the year, and then we won Grand Prix, and I think we all just were really like on the same page, you know, and like we're all like healthy and there's no injuries. So I think we're all able to give like 100% and really put into our season, which we did. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, cut out a little bit. So then that sorry. Okay, and then that summer you actually ended up committing to University of Hawaii for beach volleyball. So maybe tell me about like why Hawaii, what were the main deciding things, and was there any like feeling of resentment knowing that you like weren't yet supposed to play indoor in post-secondary?
To be honest, there wasn't any like I didn't feel any regret like kind of leaving indoor. I really wanted to play beach, so it was like I didn't feel like any regrets about that. And in grade 10 and 9 and stuff, I visited like some schools and stuff, and like was emailing a lot of schools. But I didn't like I kind of once I visited Hawaii, I knew like right away that this was like where I could see myself in the future. Just like the people here are super nice, and I could actually see like myself growing up as an athlete and even like furthering my academic career here too. And like maybe the facilities here aren't the best, but I'm coming here to play volleyball, not like to sit in a fancy gym. So
and if you're with good people, like any place is good.
Yeah, And honestly, it's up to you. Like, everybody's different, so the vibe might be great for me, but like someone else, they might not want it, especially because it is like kind of far from home. So that could be like, if
Yeah.
you're from Ontario, it could be like kind of hard to move so far away from
Yeah.
home. But no, it's definitely, I don't regret my decision, and just really felt like the program as a whole was really good, which helped me
Mhm.
choose, and the people and the vibes.
And for everyone who doesn't know, Kaylee actually played up. So in her 17U, she was 16U up until 18U. So then that 17U summer, you guys won beach nationals and you won 16U and 18U provincials. And you actually, Emma, your sister, who I actually play with, came third at nationals and she was your semi. So maybe tell me about like playing your own sister, and how that was, especially on the beach when it's 2v2. So you're kind of serving her and stuff like that. It's more one-on-one.
Yeah, that was definitely our best summer, I think. We worked really hard and it paid off a lot. And um, it was 16U, our 16U semifinals. We played Emma and her partner. And it was like, I just, as an older sister, you don't want to lose,
Yeah, a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure, but like, it's about what you do with that pressure, You can either like use it and become scared, or you like use it to fuel you and like make you better, kind of.
Yeah.
So I think I tried to use that, and like, yeah, there's gonna be pressure in games, but like, how are you gonna react to that pressure? How are you gonna, perform under that pressure? So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, don't, yeah. We obviously there's a lot of pressure on Emma as well, and
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, it was good though. It was a good game, I think. Well, for me.
Yeah, very good season for you guys. And then so this was your first 18U season. So this season was kind of different, and I feel like you weren't expecting it, but your setter Lauren actually had a back injury, and you ended up volunteering yourself to actually set. So maybe tell me about like your mindset tackling a whole new position in like 18U when like 18U is probably the most important year. Um, so yeah, maybe tell me about that and position change.
Um, I would always like joke around with Kadeem and like Jesse and stuff about like me setting, but it was like a
Yeah.
joke, And then
Yeah.
um, Lauren like hurt her back, and we at the time like we only had one setter on our team, like true setters. So then I kind of jokingly like volunteered myself. I was like, oh, I can set, like, don't worry, you have me. Um, and then
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, and like the system, we started making a system with me and our other right side, Sadie, who are like the two
Yeah.
tallest girls on the team, and we like made it work. We did a 6-2, and it was definitely interesting, like coming in and playing a position I never played. And it's not like, when like the ball's out of system and you like have to set a person. It's not like that. Like, it's not as easy as
Yeah.
that. You actually have like, you're actually in control of like the whole play, and like you decide like what kind of offense you're
Yeah.
running and who gets the ball. And definitely a lot of kudos to setters, because it's not an easy position. And I only played it for half the rotations too. So,
Yeah.
but it was
I
good
can't even
because I was
imagine.
able to hit as well. Yeah,
Hmm.
but yeah, it was definitely like
Yeah.
sad that Lauren hurt her back, but there's nothing like we could do about it. Only like I said, like, how are you going to react to that issue? How are you going to
Yeah.
solve that problem?
Yeah, and I remember watching you guys, and I remember I think it was at Grand Prix or something. We were all like really impressed, like wow, like they really pulled this off. And you guys actually pulled off a provincial bronze, and you were actually awarded All Star. And so maybe tell me about like how and team MVP. So maybe tell me about how it felt to be like put in a new position and then capitalizing in that position for your team.
It's definitely a good feeling, kind of getting like rewarded for like playing a new position and like um, playing well. It was hard to come in and do that, I think, but you whatever the team needs. So like,
Yeah,
if the team needed me to be a libero, I would have done that too.
you put on the other
You know,
jersey.
but
Um,
and then yeah, just I love that team, so I would do anything for them. And yeah, it was a good year. And I remember my parents, like, they told me, because my sister also won OVA All-Star that year as well, and I was like, they were trying to like make it so we didn't know, so they like told us we had to take some picture for like some like not OVA All-Star, something else, and I was like,
Yeah.
what the heck, like, why are we taking the picture, you know, and like whatever, took a picture, and then like the day the OVA All-Stars come out, I see my face and I was like, what the heck? Like, where did this come from? And my mom was like, yeah, we wanted to surprise you and Emma. And I was like, oh, that's so nice. So I wasn't really expecting it, but like, it's not something like that I think about, you know? Like, it's not something like, oh, I need to come OVA All-Star. It's just like,
Yeah.
do well for my team, you know? Like,
Yeah.
give to my
You're
team.
awarded for it.
And like, yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was good. You guys were really fun to watch.
Thanks.
So that was your last year actually playing for your coach Kadeem. So maybe tell me about your relationship with him and maybe his like impact on you throughout the years because he was your main coach.
Yeah, Kadeem definitely taught me almost everything I know. He's the best coach ever. So it was definitely hard, like switching coaches, because I've only had one coach. You know, um, our relationship, I'd say, is like it's pretty good. Like I'll text him even now, and like when COVID's over, I definitely go see him when I come back home and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, it was a big transition, but I knew like everyone in the Pac-Man family was like really supportive and understanding, you know. So any coach that I got was gonna be like good, you know. It was
Yeah.
just a big change, and but I know I'd always have that like that push from the coaches at Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Kadeem was always the one like pushing me to be better, you know. I would definitely not be the athlete I am today or where I am today without him. He's taught me so many things, and I'm forever grateful.
He is the best. So then that summer of your first 18U year, you actually came second at nationals, and you traveled a lot to the U.S. and you actually came third at AVP. So like, I can only imagine like the feeling of coming like third at a big U.S. tournament, and like being that those like athletes are your future like competitors. So that must have been a good like feeling and like confidence boost to know that you were like up there in the States.
Yeah, it was good because Ava and I like went a lot to the States, like even years before too. But it was always like they were always like so much better than us, you know. So it was kind of like in the tournament we're kind of like learning things as we go. Like, oh, like we could do that. Like that's a play that we could do. Or like, oh, this is what they do here, and like just knowing like, especially because most of them were in California. Most of the teams we were playing were from California, and that's where we wanted to go, or Hawaii, which a lot of athletes like go to Hawaii to play. So it was good to see like the competition that we were gonna be up against and what we had to improve on. And then for the AV, it was an AVP first tournament, so it was really good because we got to kind of go side by side with like the real athletes, like it's like Kelly Clays and like athletes like that. So it was really good and a good setup too. And yeah, it was fun. And then coming second at nationals was definitely a heartbreaker, and it sucked too even more because it didn't really get a chance to like redeem ourselves. One, because it was nationals, and two, because the year after in our actual 18-year it was COVID, so we didn't have any time.
I feel you. Nothing is worse than second nationals.
Yeah, but like in your last year and no like redemption, you know.
Yeah. But that year you actually went to Spain to train with their national team, and maybe you can tell me about the training and like how you were kind of like all over the globe, like you were in the States, and then you kind of saw how the game was in Spain. So
yeah, that experience was so good, that opportunity, because you know you obviously only know what you know, you know. Like you can only know so much from what you've had and like who has taught you, and then to be able to get the opportunity to go to Spain was really good because Spain's really good at beach as well, and they have their programs there are amazing. Like they have the place we went was where like basically they were creating like the next Olympians for their country, and their athletes would stay there. Like, they would live there the whole year, do school there, and it was just athletes playing beach volleyball. They had like gym, 3 courts, and just seeing like their style of play and like even the tempo of practices, what drills they would do. Like, this is what like the basically national players do, you know, because that's where they came from as well. So it was really good to see
got
that.
a chance to like live the dream.
Yeah, for a week. But it was good. It was amazing.
And then you actually came second at U19 World Trials, so you just missed the opportunity, but it was a great finish. So you guys had a really good season, like outside of Canada, even though you came second at nationals.
Yeah, that was a heartbreaker, definitely, because the ruling for that like tournament was really weird. Because if like we lost in the finals, but then because we lost the day before to another team, they got to go instead of us. And just like after losing the finals, like to get that news, it's like another loss. Obviously. But it was good because, and it also did suck too because we were supposed to have like the U19 trials again in the summer, but because of COVID we didn't have it. So hopefully this summer will be better and like we'll get more opportunities to play and stuff and represent Canada, which is definitely a goal of mine.
Good dream. And then your second 18 year, so you actually like changed teams. So maybe tell me about the mindset and like how you felt going in. Like, did you feel like you had to prove yourself to like all these new girls, considering like the only girl you knew going in was Lauren? And also like your partner went in to play beach, but you decided to stay indoor. Maybe like the reason for that. That was a lot of questions, but
it's okay. I'll answer the first one. Did I feel like I had to prove myself to my team? Yes and no. I think it was a change, and usually like I felt really comfortable with my team and stuff because I knew all of them from the year before, or like, you know, I was never the new person. And then coming into this team, me and Lauren were, but it was good to have Lauren there, just to like know someone, be really comfortable with someone for playing with her for like the past 2-3 years. But it was good to have a change and meet new people and get new coaches and coaching styles and stuff. I liked it though. And then the second question was beach, like why Ava chose to play beach and I didn't. That was actually a big choice for me, and I remember like after my 18 year, like the year before my first 18 year, I was like really conflicted. I didn't know like what I should do. Should I play beach solely, like full-time beach, or should I still play indoor? Because obviously at the time I knew I was just going to come, I thought I was just going to come here and play beach and I would never have to play indoor, you know. But I was like, realistically, I wouldn't get much competition if I played just beach because it's obviously winter and there's not that many girls that do full-time beach. And obviously it's still volleyball, so I'm still getting better. And so I decided to go play indoor despite like my partner playing beach. But I don't regret it, so that's good. I still learned and created relationships and friendships. So
yeah, and it was definitely like a different challenge because like before you were the person welcoming people and now like you were being welcomed partly.
Yeah, it's like roles reversed.
Yeah. And then that year you also played Emma in indoor, so maybe tell me about how it was kind of competing against her and then going in the same car on the ride home.
Well, that's embarrassing, but I will talk about it. We played Emma. We played your team like twice, once or twice. Once?
I think twice, I think.
I know we lost one time, but realistically, like we had a totally different system as well. You know, we had our setter coming out of the middle, and we were working through some stuff too. But as long as like I know,
definitely no talking on the car ride home.
I know, like I tried my hardest, you know, like for my team, like I put in 100% as I could, like obviously for every game. So as long as I contributed to my team and stuff, like I did as much as I could, you know? So, yeah, on the car ride home, it's definitely awkward,
A little
especially
quiet.
because both my parents were like, you did
Yeah,
great.
who do
Oh,
you
Kaylee, like, you
gave him like a good
did
Haley?
too.
Like,
It's like,
yeah.
maybe, yeah, but maybe Emma
Um,
got some dessert and I didn't.
um, and your whole kind of volleyball career, you were training with Reed Hall. So maybe talk to me about like him and his training and like his impact and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's the guy who probably started me into like weightlifting and stuff.
Mhm.
Before him, I did not do like anything. Obviously, though, I was like really young, but
Yeah.
I started going to his like old training center, which was before the athlete matrix. He had a SST, and
Okay.
we'd go there. It was me, Ava, and like another one or two of our teammates, and yeah, it was all new to me, you know, because I was like,
Yeah.
oh, like what's a barbell? Like,
Yeah.
what is this weight? Like, you know, oh, the ropes, what?
What?
But it was good because, you know, you gotta start somewhere, and he
Yeah.
definitely set down the foundations for me to go and learn more and get stronger. And then when he moved to, so did I. And he also did, Ava and I did a lot of privates, like private sessions with him for beach, because he was on the beach national team, and he would help us with like conditioning and just like working on like some fine tuning stuff, like and goal making even. Yeah, he definitely helped me individually and mine and Ava's um, beach career.
Yeah, he's great. So now you are currently at the University of Hawaii. And so maybe tell me about how you went for beach and you're currently playing indoor, because that was probably not what you anticipated going in.
Yeah, it was really weird because in my last 18 year, as I was playing, I was like, oh, like I think I might actually miss this. Like I don't want to just like not play it forever, but um, like
Mhm.
I thought I was only gonna come here and play beach. So then I come
Yeah.
here and my coach, my head beach coach actually got fired or let go. Um, and then the assistant indoor coach got the head
Mm.
beach coach, so she was doing both. But we weren't
Yeah.
practicing beach at the beginning of this like last semester, so I was just kind of chilling at home, not really doing anything, not really playing volleyball. And then I would talk to my coach, and she was like, I would tell her like, oh, like maybe I'm thinking of like doing like a fifth year of indoor, like do 4 years of beach and then my last year maybe I'll do indoor while I get my master's degree or something. And she was
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, like talking to me about indoor, like how I think I would like play and stuff. And I was like, okay, like she was kind of talking like really soon, like she was talking about like this year, and I was like thinking, no, that's not possible. Like I can't be on the team because it was like already like
Yeah.
September, October. And then she calls me one day
Yeah.
and she's like, I need you to come in. Like you need to meet the head coach for the indoor team. And I was like, oh, okay, like that's really weird. And then I call and then they're like, you're like, yeah, well, if you're on the team, you're like, we want you on the team. And I was like, oh, okay. Like it was really surprising and shocking to me, but definitely
Mhm.
happy it happened because or else I wouldn't
Yeah.
have had like I met a lot of nice people, great people on the indoor team, and even opened that door for like future opportunities, you know.
Yeah.
So
I remember when we were driving home together, you were saying how you started getting more serious about indoor, and now you're playing both.
yeah, so it's not officially closed, you know. I didn't end up
Yeah.
closing that door.
Yeah. And so you were playing with Ava for like all over 5 years. So maybe like tell me how it is being apart and not playing with like the person you build so much like trust and connection with.
Yeah. Um, it's a change, but like
Mhm.
everything going into college, you know, you gotta adjust, and how you adjust is like how well you're gonna do, you know.
Yeah.
So in university, even if Ava and I went to the same university, maybe they wouldn't put us together either, you know.
Yeah.
And who knows, like what both of us want in the future too. Like maybe our goals are different. So um, it's a change because you have to especially now, like I don't even know like my partners, like we don't know our partners now, and the coaches decide that for us. So it's a different like way of going about things, kind of. It's not like back home where, oh hey, like let's go play a beach tournament together,
Yeah,
you'll sign up, blah blah blah. It's like you actually
yeah.
have a season, you like the coaches choose the partnership for you, and um, it's not like tournament style either for the tournaments, but
Yeah.
um, yeah, I'm excited, and I know like I'm just gonna try and create like as good of a bond as I can with that person. And
Yeah.
you know, we start in like 3 weeks. Like our season starts in like 3 weeks, so hopefully they can get the partners soon. You know, kind of more
Yeah.
solidified, and then we'll be able to, you know, just find that person's tendencies and stuff. Like, because
Yeah.
beach is like, yeah, it's 2-on-2. You know, you have one person you have to really connect with. So I gotta hopefully figure that out soon, and then
Yeah.
just find out how that person likes their sets, like where they like their passes, you know, just work
Yeah.
around
Go
each other and find each
Yeah.
other.
And so you're pretty far away from home. So maybe like talk about how it is being away from Kathy, Kevin, and all of your sister and stuff. And if you're feeling like really homesick.
So going into like coming to Hawaii, even like signing with Hawaii, I was like I've always been a pretty independent person. Like, you know, it's not like I go away on the trip and I like when I was younger, even like I wouldn't like cry because I miss my mom and dad or anything. So I thought I would be 100% fine coming here, you know, like not gonna really miss them, like maybe a bit, but not super much. And then as soon as I came here, I was like, I had to come by myself as well because like
Yeah.
everything by myself, like with all my luggage, and you know, usually like your parents come and like help you set up or whatever,
Yeah.
but so that was different. And then like 2 weeks in or something, um, or like a month maybe after I got like settled in, I was like,
Yeah.
wow, like I really miss my family. I really miss my mom and dad, my sister, and my friends, and like everything was so like everything was so comfortable back home, you know?
Yeah.
Like you can, oh, I'm hungry, let me go downstairs and get some food from the fridge, you know? Oh, like
Yeah.
I want blah blah blah, like, oh, I have a car, like I can drive, like to see my friend, you know? Here it's like literally everything's new. Like you're living in a whole other country and
Yeah.
in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, and you're all like by myself. Like I don't have a roommate or anything. Kind of have
Yeah.
to figure out like where I can even go, especially with COVID.
Yeah.
And meeting friends is just so it was really awkward, kind of, because every like you'd go downstairs like in the cafeteria, you couldn't eat in the cafeteria. You go outside, you'd be eating as like some uh, university faculty member would be like, oh, you can't eat here, you have to put your mask on. So
Yeah.
that was hard, and then obviously, you know, in classes. But after like once I started playing indoor and like meeting more of the beach girls and stuff and getting out more, you know,
Yeah.
like just going to the beach or like, you know,
That's
kind
nice.
of getting out of my comfort zone. Pardon?
As it must be nice to go to the beach.
Yeah, it is definitely nice. And it's not too far either. And just even like going out and like just getting some food, you know, because the cat food here, hmm, not the best, but definitely not back home cooking. But that's okay. You know, it's all just you're gonna feel uncomfortable. You're gonna feel like you miss home and stuff, but you can't let that stop you from like creating friendships with other people or like going
Yeah.
out and doing something that you normally wouldn't do. Like maybe
Yeah.
back home, like I wouldn't normally obviously do the stuff I'm doing here, but you
Yeah.
know, like stuff like that is when you're really gonna like make the best memories and friendships
Yeah.
and stuff.
Like to completely immerse yourself in their new culture and stuff.
Yeah, exactly that too. Like everyone's different, and it's good though because Hawaii's like really nice. So it's kind of like Canada, you know, and
Yeah.
Ontario because everyone's really nice and open. And, like you'll go on the beach
Yeah.
and like some guy will be like, oh, like do you want like some fruit? I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, but he's like, I know him, but still like so
Yeah.
nice, you know. Which is why I came
Um,
here.
Yeah, it sounds like you're living the dream. And so maybe to finish, you could talk about your goals for the future and some advice to younger athletes that are watching.
Sure. So, my goals for the future would be to obviously continue playing here at UH, and then after that, I hope to play, or maybe during too, play on the national team, represent Canada. Ultimately, my goal is to go to the Olympics for beach and represent my country there.
Mm-hmm.
And um, for younger athletes, I'd say be confident in who you are and don't doubt yourself. Like, realistically, the only person who can stop you is you. So if you just keep pushing, keep pushing, stay motivated, keep working hard, like that, that's all you can do.
Yeah.
And for a while, when I was younger, I didn't have that much confidence in myself, in lots of aspects of my life. But um, to really be great, I think you have to believe in yourself before anyone else can believe in you.
Yeah.
And there's lots of people in my life who helped me really believe in myself, like Kadeem. And those are the type of people that you want in your life for a while, and who will push
Yeah.
you to be better. And just like you have to push yourself. So.
Yeah. Surrounding yourself with good people.
Mhm.
So if there's anything else you want to say, I think that's all I have for today. But thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it, and I'm rooting for you for the
Thank
national team
you.
in Olympics. And that's all.
Thank you, Cheyenne.
So
Thank
thank
you.
you guys for watching.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Okay, bye. Have a good night.
Thank you, you too.
Bye.